Hello, fight fans. Seattle Mike Fights with Friends here. Please hit that like button or I will send the Diaz brothers over to your house to smoke all of your weed. Make sure you're subscribed and don't forget to ring that bell so you're notified whenever we drop a new video or go live like this Saturday for UFC 264, Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor 3. Woo! Guys, to say that Nate Diaz has been on a bit of a hiatus is one of the biggest understatements in the mixed martial arts world. Nate Diaz has not fought since 2015 when he had that bout with Anderson Silva, which was a loss, later overturned to a no contest due to Anderson Silva testing positive for banned substances. So Dana said recently, if Nick Diaz is going to fight at all, it will be in 2021. Actually said that this week, and I'm guessing he must have known something that we didn't at that time, because they have an opponent for him now. Now, who should Nick Diaz fight coming back? A lot of people were saying Jorge Masvidal. A lot of people were saying things like Conor McGregor. To me, those kind of fights, to come back and fight a top contender at 37 years old after being out of the sport for 6 years, those kind of fights are ludicrous to me. They make zero sense. There was only 3 names at the top of my list for a Nick Diaz comeback. And number 3 on that list was Diego Sanchez. Of course, Diego Sanchez, technically cut by the UFC recently. It sounds like Dana wants to talk to him and give him another fight. I really do hope that we see the Nightmare back in the cage. It'd be horrible to see him go out that way. Number 2 on my list was Donald Cerrone. Similar ages, Donald Cerrone, on the south side of his career. He's been on a big losing streak and, just hasn't shown that he was on the level that he was. So, maybe that is a fair fight for a guy that's coming back from not fighting in over half a decade. And then always number 1 on my list. When anybody asks me who I wanted to see Nate Diaz come back against, there was always a clear number 1 in my mind. The first time I seen Nick Diaz fight ever was UFC 47, and I have no idea who this guy was. Most people didn't. And you see this trash-talking kid, I think he was 18, 19 years old, in the UFC. And he's throwing out the middle finger. He's yelling Stockton 209. And a young Robbie Lawler is looking at him like, what in the world is going on right now? And Robbie Lawler coming to that fight was a huge favorite. Everybody knew who Robbie Lawler was. Nobody really knew who Nick Diaz was. But after that fight, of course, they would. It's one of my favorite moments in UFC history. And they are going to get it on again. That's right, Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler, UFC 266 co-main event. That has been announced by Dana White. The ink is not on the contract. So as with any venture with the Diaz brothers, of course, knock on wood, something could fall through. I really hope it doesn't. And I think Dana saying that if Nick Diaz doesn't fight in 2021, he'll never fight again. Dana can make, he can make that rule. He kind of can. He's got him on contract. Nick can't fight anywhere else. If he released him from his contract, of course, then he could go fight somewhere else. And I don't think that's something Dana White wants to do because Nick and Nate, both the Diaz brothers, are extremely popular. And, Nick gets past Robbie Lawler, who just dropped a decision to Neil Magny. He's on a 4-fight losing streak of his own. That opens up for a ton of matchups for Nick Diaz. So let me know, what do you guys think? Who do you want to see Nick Diaz fight? Who do you think gets through in the Lawler fight? And what would you like to see for Nick Diaz in the future? Are you excited about his comeback, or do you think it's been too long? I want to know all your guys' thoughts down there in the comments. Cannot wait to see you this Saturday for UFC 264, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses next time.